Hello and welcome to Cup of Tea Reviews. My name is Tim and I'm joined as always by Michael.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you for joining me. You know, Michael, we watch movies to have a good time, but so many of them are duds.
That's right, Tim. We waste our time so that you don't have to.
That's right, Michael. And this week was Invasion USA. It was a 1985 Chuck Norris film. Michael, please give us your hot take.
Tim, this movie was not my cup of tea. I'm glad we watched it, and we'll talk about why, but at the end of the day, not a good movie. What about you?
This movie is almost my cup of tea. It's kind of a half a cup of tea for me. It's got a few things that are really working and a lot that really isn't.
So, Tim, what's it about?
When a force of Soviet bad guys invade the USA and start committing acts of wanton terrorism, it's up to one man to save the country. That one man, Chuck Norris.
Well,
Of course. Where do you want to start with this one, Michael?
I guess we'll start with Chuck Norris. So,
Yeah.
I had not seen Chuck Norris film before.
Yeah.
So seeing this was actually very instructive. I get the Chuck Norris thing now. It's not for me. It's not what I liked, but I see it. I'm like, you know what? I can see why this guy ended up with so many movies and again, a literal cultural touchstone because of the whole Chuck Norris joke thing.
Yeah.
So it was fun to see where that originated and start to see him at the start of his career. So I enjoyed that about this movie. I'm not sure it was good, but at least from an educational perspective, it was helpful.
In this movie, we get to see early Chuck Norris, kind of at the start of forming his Chuck Norris persona, and we really get to see what he does really well. He has a screen presence and a sort of a charisma on screen, unlike somebody like Steven Seagal, who is a black hole, just devoid of anything. Chuck Norris, he's got a little something that I enjoy seeing. Now, his range is extremely limited. He can deliver monotone punch-out lines pretty well, but he does have something that's, he's got a little something to him. He also can handle the stunts really well.
Yeah.
So I can see where a charismatic block of wood who can karate chop and kung fu kick really landed for people, and I understand why he's popular. No, he's not a good actor. I mean, he's barely an actor. He's more of a stunt performer who whispers cool dialogue every once in a while. I give him points because he was fun to watch, but I don't know how many points you can give him, It's partial credit for being okay,
Well, at least the movie knows that about him because it just lines up action set piece after action set piece. It understands that we're not doing a romance in the middle of this in a meaningful way. Yeah. It's let's just get him from an action set piece to an action set piece. And they have a really great shootout inside a mall where they actually destroyed a mall. They have an incredible final battle that is crazy over the top. Yep. And they have, this airboat sequence. So again, they have a bunch of really cool ideas for action sequences and they understand that that's what they need to be doing. So for me, that was the other thing about this that worked is the movie was aware we just needed to show some action, and they did.
Yeah, when this movie is doing the action, it works. The bus, do you remember the school bus chase scene? That actually worked. There was suspense, there was tension, and there was relief of that tension worked well. It's ridiculous because I think if you remember at the end, he takes the bomb off of the bus and he throws it to the bad guy's car and kind of squints at him as they blow up. It's very cheesy, it's very hunky, it's very silly.
Yeah, cartoony,
but it worked. That final set piece though, the finale, I was not on board with the movie until that final 30 minutes or whatever. That really saved the movie for me. My entire half cup of tea is in this final 30 minutes where they shut down the downtown, I don't know where it was shot, Detroit or wherever, but they shut down an entire downtown metropolitan area and they throw in 1,000 tanks and 10,000 extras and they're all shooting guns and they're all blowing things up. They're blowing up buildings, they're shooting things. It's a completely insane set piece. And honestly, that 30 minutes, A+ worked really well. Problem is everything else is not worth your time.
I remember riffing over that set piece saying, this has to be the movie that used the most blanks of any movie ever. It was so many blanks.
Yeah.
It was crazy. I've never seen anything like that before. But it's not all good, Tim. What didn't work?
Everything else didn't work, Michael.
I know you loved it.
Whenever Chuck Norris has to deliver anything that's not a punch-out line, didn't work. Whenever the movie has any sort of plotting happening, it's not working, and every performance is very stiff. What didn't work for you, Michael?
I think the idea of this movie is just stupid, and that just you couldn't look away from it because it was just brought up all the time. The evil villain plan is we're basically going to get a bunch of people from other countries to come rampage through American cities and shoot bazookas into American residential homes. It just was crazy. You would be okay, well, Michael, let it go. That's the plot. Move on. But it came up all the time. We were in the logistics and they had trucks and they had to drive around and where are the weapons going and we're in the neighborhood and we're watching them commit these crimes. It was just nonstop focus on this very stupid idea. And so every time I was there, I'm oh my gosh, what are we doing? Why is this happening? So, and also, why is Chuck Norris the only guy who can stop it? Like, the law enforcement's like, we're incapable of dealing with this.
I don't remember their explanation. Basically, they were like, every cop is not worth anything. The entire military can't stop these guys.
Right.
And everybody is just like, everybody's incompetent. Only one man in like South Florida, for some reason, is able to take down all of these bad guys and all of these villains. And he's the only man who's like fighting for the country. What on earth is this? This is like, it's like a 1950s Western, except instead of like the lone gunman in the small town, it's the lone gunman in the entire nation of America.
Yeah, it's crazy. The one thing that worked about the plot, I guess I'm ragging on pretty hard, but the one thing that worked pretty well was there's a scene where some of the bad guys dress up as police officers and go to like immigrant neighborhood and like shoot it up basically. And like they're like, we're eroding trust in the police. I'm like, that actually is like a pretty sinister crime, right? Like make people like distrust these like institutions by like sowing discord. And I was like, that's actually like a cool plot idea. But it's like one small piece of like a ton of garbage that was there.
Yeah. Honestly, the whole plot, it just exists to make little vignettes of Chuck Norris saving the day. Bad guys are here. Chuck Norris goes and saves a school bus. Then he goes and saves a church. Then he goes and saves this. The problem is they spend so much time in between these like pretty effective vignettes that I'm just sitting there going like, can we turn this off? Can we fast forward to the next time Chuck Norris is shooting somebody? Like, what are we doing here?
This is just a classic Canon film, I think. Like this is a movie that just is chaos. It's like so much being thrown on the screen. You know, like we watched that documentary about Canon Films, and this kinetic energy of style of production where it's just like, we have this, and we have this, and we have this, and like crazy. We're gonna get 1 million blanks, and we're gonna have this like mall. We're gonna blow it up. Like it was just like everything was bigger, crazier. Like because again, these are how they sold the film ahead of time to fund it. So all to say, I like again seeing this as a history piece between Chuck Norris and Canon Films. I thought that was pretty interesting.
Absolutely, it's a piece of history. It's a piece of cinematic history. Fascinating.
Gotta see Kroll, and then you gotta see this.
Michael, when should somebody watch a movie?
I wouldn't recommend this as just a standard viewing experience. What I would say, though, is, again, if you want to understand Chuck Norris, you want to understand Canon Films, it's actually a pretty good example of both of those things. And at 90 minutes, it doesn't overstay its welcome. What about you?
I would definitely recommend it for the final 30 minutes. That set piece is still just unbelievable to me. I think, if you're interested in Chuck Norris, there's something here, but I wouldn't recommend it. I'd steer clear. I think there's a lot better ways to waste 80 minutes of your time. Thank you guys for listening. It's been Cup of Tea Reviews.